casting together.
Maybe.
And
I don't. Maybe I don't even know if that was after or before, because I only started casting with the Fragfest to begin with, but I can't remember how or where we exactly met. But
So that was
yeah, at
still
some
like
point.
Quake Champions time, right?
yeah,
That was
Yeah, I
already Quake
didn't.
Champions time. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't do any casting in previous Quakes.
Mhm.
No, me neither. So yeah, and like we had some kind of connection when we casted. Like I really enjoyed it a lot. So
Mhm.
then at some point, Zoot yeah did not stream a lot of tournaments anymore. So we decided to step in, like do the challengers leagues and stuff like that. We started to doing that on our own channel,
Mhm.
but still join each other with casting.
Mhm.
So yeah, we were spreading the viewers, and at some point, like yeah, at 1710 2020
Alright.
in the afternoon we were talking for the next stream, like and like Irvine said, yeah, I'm not going to stream on my own channel this time. Let's just do everything on one channel. And I was already thinking about, like, maybe we should just start a channel where we combine forces. So that was actually the day that ShaftasticTV
Okay, but what did you
yeah,
guys do before the Quake Champions time? Did you play Quake Live? Were you familiar with Quake? Like how what were you doing before that?
My first contact with Quake was actually Quake Live when it was a browser. I think it even was one of the beta stages, but I can't remember correctly. But I was playing tactical shooters mostly back then, and I hated the concept of the rocket launcher. So I basically didn't really get much into dueling. I played a lot of like deathmatch for fun because I really liked the FFA game mode already, despite some things feeling off if you're coming from another genre of shooters. But yeah, from that point, Quake never really left for me. And then on Quake Champions, I decided to give it a go, bought the entire series, and played them all.
Okay. And Europe?
yeah, for me, well, I'm pretty old, or the oldest one, I think. Here I'm 42 nowadays. Like my first yeah contact with like AFPS was like really the old Wolfenstein. But I played Doom at my uncle, and yeah, when I started college, yeah, there was were a few people in my class that played Quake 2, and we just hang out at one person's house who had two computers next to each other, and we played a lot of Quake 2. So Quake 2 was really my competitive start with Quake. Like I was not that serious actually. I also played it more for fun. Like I if I had a few good frags, I was happy. So I was not really pushing myself to be the best, but I just really like to engage with the community. Although at that point everything was very local. Like I think the only international stuff that happened with clan base, but was mostly in yeah, regional competitions. And yeah, when Quake 3 came out, I really hated it. Like it was not my Quake, so I switched to Counter-Strike, and then at some point
Okay.
I just I have just school, so I stopped playing. And then as soon as Quake Champions was announced and there was a chance to try the beta, I just jumped back in. So I actually yeah, I came to know the legacy of Quake 3 and Quake Live through the streams of Suit. That was actually how I knew that that there was a big esports scene behind that, but I was never really aware of it because Quake 2 was very local with friends, and we were just having fun. We didn't even know that there was like a serious competition.
Okay, and another question is, when you guys kind of started the channel, right? Did you ever thought that it's gonna be your door open to the like professional like casting, not on your own channel, but for like third-party companies, for example, being hired by, I don't know, QPL, let's say, or like PGL tournaments, like Quake-related DreamHack, etc., or even switching to another games like Diabotical, like some other shooters, like to continue from that point?
To be like personally, I'm always an ambitious guy. Like no matter if it's realistic or not, I always set the goal whenever I see something improving. I always want to bring it to as good as I can do it. Right, no matter if I can put the time in or not. And I'm also unreasonably disappointed if it doesn't work out. But I didn't think it would even like carry us where it carried us now, kinda. Like I didn't even know the channel or think the channel would grow as much as it did.
Yeah. Well, when we started out, I did have like a dream of like also having multiple productions team, like because there's in the NA scene and the UE scene it's very split. They have their own discords, their own tournaments. It would be my dream was also to have like a team over there to produce their stuff, and it's actually amazing how it went. I did not have like ambitions to to be hired or to do the top notch show, but more a bit like independent rebel, like fun hangout streams, because that is also what I enjoyed the most, like just see the game as a spectator. But
like one of the crowdcasting is what you're saying.
Yeah, and how we've been able to do it now to like get some compensation for streaming a tournament like the TBA World Cups, but it is mostly that.
I think we also got a bit for the Vaxi4 challenge, if I'm correct.
True. Yeah, but it's mostly that we have the content on YouTube and on Twitch, and that gets us something, and we can use that to go to events like KeenCon, stuff like that.
Okay, so with current situation now with Quake, we have less tournaments than we had like a few years ago when there was like still QPL running and like it was more active. Do you guys ever thought about like expanding your like channel to other games? For example, Diabotical Rogue is like coming up now, and hopefully maybe we can have like another Quake or maybe some Doom multiplayer in the future. But for now, how do you see current situation with Quake? Do you think there is like too little going on, or like you obviously didn't really stream the QPL like games anyway, right? So like it didn't really impact you that much. But what do you think about the whole like situation now with Quake?
I think for us as Shaftastic, it didn't really impact us at all because we kind of only streamed community organized events before anyway, and they didn't really change that much in frequency, I'd say. Like there are still a lot of like Estotis weekly, and we have the 2v2 series from KeenCon. We had like the Vaxi4 challenge, and a lot of other community tournaments are going on. But in terms of other games, I think we have streamed it was rather Rob who has produced some Diabolical streams from the first game, kinda.
Okay.
We did some Doom bringer. Like I'm interested in like almost everything that I would enjoy watching. It's just also yeah, like I do want to still see this as a hobby, or it has to generate enough income to work less, but I still have a 40-hour workday, and like Orvinus, he was studying, is now finished and is now moving, but will also soon be working daily. So yeah, I do think that the focus will always be Quake, because that is what I enjoy myself. What I also play myself a lot. But I would also actually like to stream Mortal Kombat or something like that. That's yeah. I do watch
that will be
Catch
cool.
Up and Mustard sometime. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know what's great is that your channel already grow as much that you guys can basically do whatever you want. You are not as dependent like to other people or to viewers. I think you grow enough so you can like easily expand from that point. Also, did you ever try to like strict improve your casting skills? Like, did you watch any certain casters? Like, maybe there is some caster who you really like, or how would you describe yourself? Like, what's your like? Because like casting is it's extremely difficult. Like, I got no clue how to cast the games. Like, in general, I don't think there's a lot of players who can cast really good, unless they are only like throwing in some like good tips or some inside info. I think Rafa can do that really well, but that's basically the only player who can do that on a good level. Like, how do you improve your? Do you try to improve, or you go like very naturally, or like, what's your approach to that, to casting only?
I watched my casting back, especially at the start when I started out, because I was horrible. Like when I watched the first VOD we have on ShaftasticTV YouTube channel, I turn it immediately. I would turn it off immediately right now.
I'm just gonna say one
but
thing.
I learned
like,
a lot from that.
There is a lot of people who hate their own voice and they cannot like hear back or watch back what they were saying. Are you guys one of those? Like, that maybe that was the point?
yeah.
At the start only.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah. Well, I still, because I like especially on Friday, I do mostly the solo casting, and then I hear myself speak the same things like again and again. And then it actually does help to look at it like a few days later. Like, was it really as bad as I thought I was? As well as I was thinking, but then like, oh no, it's actually fine. Like, it's not the best, but it's like how I would enjoy watching the game, and that's also how I approach casting. And indeed, in the beginning, I watched almost everything. Also because I'm producing, and I really wanted to throw a better show than the QPL. So
okay. And I interrupted you before, like you started to talk, and I interrupted. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
It's all right. It's all right. So I watched back a lot. I still do that from time to time, but now it's mostly that I when I remember things, even one day after, that I found completely dog poop from what I said or something like this, then I'll watch that over and think about what I could have said instead. On top of that, I watched some other casters. I think. I don't know if I have like a style that's similar to someone else, but voice-wise, some people have said that my voice sounds a bit like Zoot's, even though I personally don't think that at all. And yeah, the last thing I do to work on my casting is I actually make notes. Like for some streams, I do some head notes regards of what I want to say or how I want the introduction to be. If I had a good joke a few days earlier or something like this, maybe it's just player knowledge. Like for KeenCon, I clicked through the Quake Pub website to see all the stats and win rates and maps and champions of each player. So I could could be prepared when someone picked something very odd, like where he has a high losing rate or something he never picked before, and ask about that more in detail, just to create some awareness of myself about the situation. And that mostly helps that a lot of the stuff comes to mind.
Did you want to add something, Rob?
I do think that it also helps that if you look at it like how you want to improve your own game.
Yeah.
Like just thinking out loud. What you would do as if you were playing yourself, and that's also really fun to explore. Like if someone is making the same decision as you would. So yeah.
I think it's very similar, like players and casters, they kind of need to improve in same way, watch back their games or their castings, and it's all connected, you know. Also, like, for example, if the match is very interesting and it's like close, it also gives you more room to cast and like to have more fun with it. If the game is boring, it's like, you know, it's like, what can you say basically? Like you need to be professional still, and you need to believe till the end that everything can swap, etc. But if player will be like casting this game, he'll say, okay, at 4th minute it's GG. It's like nothing to say here. It's like the game is over. It's like no fun for you guys. Okay, so what is the next LAN event for you? Is it gonna be KeenCon, or there is something before that coming up? Except QuakeCon, because we don't know what's gonna happen for QuakeCon.
Yeah, well, I'm going to QuakeCon, and I expect there will be a BYOC competitions again. And
for sure.
Last year I was able to
announce already.
Yeah, have they?
I think I'm not sure.
Okay, but yeah, last year I streamed a few games, and I also played myself a lot of Quake, so had a lot of fun. KeenCon will be coming up after QuakeCon.
Didn't Dramis sign up for the BYOC tournament last year at QuakeCon?
Yeah, Psygip and Effortless were also doing the 2v2 and Sacrifice. Because they were there for the challengers games, right? They qualified.
I think in 2017. In 2017, when there was this $1 million tournament, some of the pro players signed up for BYOC, which was also quite good prize money because it was like 5 or 7K for the first place. I don't remember who that was, but that guy won it. I don't know if that was Base or I don't want to throw names because I don't remember exactly, but I know like some of the pro players signed up there. Also, do you guys expect any announcement on QuakeCon, like regarding, like, for example, because there's a lot of rumors. I was also doing a podcast about it. A lot of rumors about next Quake or something like that, because there was like some like short video, like someone writing Quake 6 and Bethesda was hiring people to work on new Quake like last year, and QPL is over this year. So do you guys expect any announcement this QuakeCon or maybe in 2025 that they're gonna come up with something? Because Quake is such a huge brand that it will be such a waste to like just let go Quake and don't do anything with it, because it's too big of a name to like just drop it like this and forget about it forever.
Yeah, they need to do something to keep it relevant, for sure. But yeah, what I did find curious, like in the Indiana Jones trailer, there is like just really big a Quake logo with 6 on like a board somewhere. So yeah, like. That might mean something, it might not mean something, but like I have dreams about that. Like in the newest Doom, the multiplayer will be Quake Champions Remastered in the Tech 7 engine.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but if that would happen, well, maybe because Sync Error is not online every day anymore. So maybe he's working on who knows.
Yeah.
But no, we'll see when it happens and if it happens. Yeah, I don't have any more information than
All right.
what we get. So, do
what-
you have an idea, like a finance?
No, but I'm skeptical about any rumors because like we've had rumors since 3 or 4 years now, and all that happened was like remasters or an RTX version, or not the RTX version was out already, just Quake 1 and Quake 2 remaster.
Yeah, that
So
was
I don't know.
funny.
Maybe we'll get another remaster soon.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
Yeah, but it's funny that you say it because last year we got Quake 2 remastered, and the year before Quake 1 remastered. Maybe we'll get Quake 3 remastered this year.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
like
Quake 3 Champions is done, right?
yeah. For me, this rumor is very strong because like too many little things like add up. Like first of all, this Quake 6 sign, then like QPL being over, and then the same year I know that Bethesda was hiring some people to work on new Quake. So and it takes time to make a game. I remember I think Quake Champions took them like some years to do because like I think they started working on Quake Champions in 2015 or something like that, and it came out in 2017, mid 2017 only. So I just hope they're gonna make new Quake or maybe like as you said Doom like multiplayer. That will be huge basically for them to come up with something like this and then do some esport. So at the moment, is it rewarding like to do this like kind of casting? Like, is your are you appreciating your community? Do you think they are helping a lot to your channel, or how does it look like? For example, with events, like, do you go there basically with your own money, or you do some getting some donations, or you getting invited by the organizers some of the tournaments, or how does it look like for you guys?
Yeah, so it's mostly being asked. What is always a great honor, and yeah, we have been able to do it for most of the time. That it's 50% of our own money and 50% of the revenue we get from the Twitch streaming or the YouTube ads or direct donations, like when I went to to
Australia.
Yeah, Australia, not Austria, Australia. Yeah, like we got 2K donations. Like it still was 4.5K to in total to just be there and get there. But
but still, it's crazy a lot. Like 2K donation for that trip. Yeah.
True. Yeah, and like I'm a developer. I work 40 hours per week. I don't have a relationship. Don't have a family, so I can spend some money to have to do these things.
No pets either. No pets
No
either.
pets?
No dog. No dog. No cat. No pets.
No. It's funny actually. I
No
coached
pets.
a student team last couple of months, and I'm also allergic to cats, but I do like them.
Okay.
So they gave me a fluffy cat, like.
Nice.
It's a love-sneeze relationship then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't. We get some compensation sometimes for streaming, but it's mostly the content that we can broadcast, and then we get the income from the revenue.
Which has been increasing quite a lot, like the passive income without donations.
Yeah,
it's still not much, but percentage-wise,
it's still good. Like especially that there is few of those channels who are the biggest now at the moment. I think we got like some Russian channel which is deliberate and made by Cook, and he's doing it already for years. I think he started already back in the Quake Live times. It's like the oldest channel, and he's also covering every single event. I see him doing Estoti, like every other Russian Cups, etc. So it's good that you guys getting something back, and it's great. Anyway, that's all I wanted to ask, because you are guys around the scene like for already a long time. I thought you started right in the beginning of Quake Champions, but it was 2020, so still it was like mid QPL seasons and etc. And I guess we're gonna see each other now on KeenCon. I might say we are
Yeah, for sure.
probably secured with our top 8 for that. So I
Nice.
remember from KeenCon I was watching, like we were playing above you guys, like there was some room like with casters, and there was like big glasses and you couldn't hear anything. And then there was like somebody casting for like South America, and this dude was
Yeah.
so fucking loud. I was like, man,
Yeah.
he gonna
Welcome
lose
back,
his
so,
yeah. I was like, he gonna lose
Yeah.
his voice. He's gonna lose his voice after one map basically, because he was like going nuts completely. But it was cool. I
Yeah.
like the KeenCon vibe. It's like everybody is like very
Yeah.
close together, and it's like good weather and everything. So I can't wait for KeenCon, and I guess I see you guys there.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
that was the best, like just hanging out with everyone at the restaurants and
Yeah,
having
and then
drinks.
spending time together, and everybody was saying that Europe and Sirius look like father and
Yeah.
son, and it's actually true. Like I never thought about it, but then I seen the picture and I'm like, yeah, they are family basically. Anyway, thank you guys for joining, and that's it. And I hope you enjoyed. And I'm not gonna take any more of your time. And let us know, guys, in the comments like what you thought about that, and make sure to join Shaftastic on each tournament, and like they covering everything basically. And we got quite a lot, as you said, like online going on now. Estot is also alternating like 1v1 and 2v2. I think the next cup 2v2 which we're gonna have is gonna be like next weekend, like next Sunday or something like that. So it's cool to see that. That's it. Thank you for your time.
Yeah,
Thanks
you
for having
this,
us.